Okay, we're here because Emma and Alexa are in Nashville and they're running around, so we're going to get the meeting started so Stevie can tell us a little bit about her journey.
Yep. Okay, so I just want to give her an introduction really quick. So she signed up in March, and she is a success starter, so that means she earned her ticket for Nashville next year. She's in Success Club every month since she started, and she rank advanced her team to Diamond in June. And she just graduated from grad school, so
that's awesome.
She's going to tell us a little bit about expanding your network. So go ahead, Stevie, and tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Thank you for the introduction, ladies. That was beautiful. So, first and foremost, my name's Stevie-Mari Hawkins. Can you hear me? Okay. So, my name's Stevie-Mari Hawkins. Like they said, I joined in March, but for my Instagram account, I actually made that in June when I restarted my journey. And at first, I started off with about 50 to 100 followers because I kept it secret. I didn't want anybody to see my journey at all. So I basically started from scratch. I was still using my personal account, and now I only use my fitness account, and that's what I'm growing. I'm using to grow my business for the Beachbody. So now I'm going to switch my screen over to a PowerPoint. So I thought this would be easier for you guys to take notes, and I'll post it on the team page. Can everyone see it? Okay, so top tips for expanding your network on social media. So the topics that I'm going to do today are for Instagram don'ts, brand development, hashtags, relationship building, direct messages or DMs, features and shout outs. And for Facebook, I'm going to talk about how I utilize Facebook groups. So first, we're going to talk about Instagram. First and foremost, I want you all to understand that people are attracted to you. They're not attracted to the products or Beachbody or Shakeology or T25. So with that being said, please, please, please do not have coach in your bio. Now, I know that might sound weird, like why would you not put coach? Because I am a Beachbody coach, but when people come to your Instagram account, some people automatically get turned off when they see coach. Like they will not follow you at all because they automatically assume that you are selling something to them. So to avoid that and for them to get to know you, as, for example, me as Stevie-Mari, I erase coach from my bio. And later I'm going to show you what I actually have in my bio. I suggest not having your Team Beachbody URL in your bio either. So that shows them that you are strictly trying to get to know them as a person, and you want them to try to get to know you, not Beachbody, not the products, but your journey. Absolutely do not leave challenge group comments under people's pictures. Now, if you don't know what that is, for example, I saw a coach do this to an Instagram follower that I have. She put, I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but I'm in an awesome fitness group on Facebook and would love to add you. My link is in my bio. So many people get annoyed by coaches who do this. So I recommend that you do not do this. Build a relationship with them first and then invite them into your challenge group. And then the last and final one, which I know you hear from all the YouTube channels of top coaches, is do not use stock photos all the time. Now, I'm not saying at all because sometimes you might really not have any ideas to promote a product. So you can use stock photos, but do not use them for every post for a challenge group or a new product release. Try to be creative. Use yourself in the post, like a picture of yourself or a selfie, you just finishing a workout, a video. Use something other than stock photos. And this is also very important. Emma actually said this in a video that she put in the team page today. And this is what I've been using since I first created my Instagram account. Do not compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. So for example, when I first started and signed up as a coach in March, like I said before, I only had 100 followers. And I would get so discouraged because I was looking at Alexa's Instagram like, she has 30,000 followers. How did she get that? I'm so confused. What am I doing wrong? But then you had to put in the account that she's been a coach for almost 2 years, and I had just started in March. So that doesn't really make sense to compare how many followers she has to how many followers I just had beginning. So try your best not to compare how many followers you have right now to even mine. I mean, I don't have as many as Alexa, but I know comparisons can stop you actually focusing on what you need to do to grow your business or your followers. Okay, the first thing is develop your brand. So I suggest that you pick some of the top categories that you want people to know when they first come to your Instagram account. So for example, mine, any follower that I have right now knows that I always post about my faith. My mission is to inspire people to love themselves where they are in their journey. I love, love, love motivational quotes. They obviously know that I'm in health and fitness, and some of them know that I have a puppy named CeeLo. So they don't know off the bat that I'm a Beachbody coach, and that's fine because I want them to know me for me. I want them to fall in love with me and my account. So whenever they feel like they aren't motivated or they need some inspiration, I want them to automatically think, oh, go to Curly, Curvy, and Fit's page, and maybe I can get some motivation from her page. So as you can see in my Instagram, on my bio, I have God-fearing woman, health and fitness, dog mommy, mission to inspire, and then I have my Kick username, my email, and my Facebook account. Hashtags. So I put in the team page some questions that you guys might want me to address. So the main one that I saw was about hashtags. So hashtags, it took me a while to get used to them, how to use them to get followers. So I did a little research, and when I first started, I realized that you can use up to 30 hashtags. Now, instead of putting them in your caption, like when you describe your picture, put them in the comment section. And this is because after about 30 days or so, you can go back, delete that group of hashtags, and put a whole new 30 hashtags. And then your page will show up on the news feed as a new picture. So that's a really cool way to utilize hashtags. So people are constantly seeing your pictures show up on their newsfeed. And to use hashtags, I suggest that you use hashtags that describe you. So what does this mean? This means, for example, I'm from Maryland, so I might use Maryland as a hashtag. I'm close to DC, I might use DC as a hashtag. I use a lot of health and fitness hashtags, not necessarily the big popular ones, because like fitness or hashtag health, because your picture might get lost in hundreds of other pictures that other people are using with those hashtags. So you want to kind of make them unique, because just in case a person goes to your hashtag, they will see you and not necessarily a whole bunch of other pictures. So you'll stand out more. And another hashtag that I use often are emotions. And a lot of people don't utilize this, but I've come to find that I've gotten a lot more followers, and I've been finding more followers using the emotions. So for example, if I put something about my workout, I could put tired or accomplished, or just things to describe how I'm feeling after my workout. That's another way to utilize hashtags. And I found when I was building my account, I researched hashtags that other people have used. For example, I stalked Alexa's Instagram account like crazy. So I would go and see which hashtag she was using. And I found, because obviously it's working for her to gain followers. So go through and see like the huge Instagram accounts that you follow. For example, I follow Gracie's Journey. I don't know if you've seen her Instagram account, or Fat to Fit Darling. So I went back and looked at when they started using their account and saw which hashtags they use to grow their business, or they're not even coaches, but to grow their Instagram following. And I started to use their hashtags, and I began to see that more followers are attracted to those hashtags. So please go back and look at the huge accounts and see what hashtags they're using. And another little secret that I would suggest doing is keeping a list of hashtags on your phone. So I know iPhones have notes, Androids have like a notepad. So you're not constantly trying to make up 30 hashtags every time you post. Also, people ask me, how do I find followers with hashtags? So I recommend clicking one of your hashtags, and I recommend using the last picture that you posted. So click, for example, my last one, I believe it was my lunch. So I would do weight loss journey. Look at the pictures that show up when you click that hashtag, and choose the people or pictures that show up that you're attracted to. And that, for example, since mine was lunch, and I would go see if anybody else had a meal that I thought was interesting or how they cooked that. So I would go, like the picture, leave a comment, ask questions on those pictures, and then it's optional for you to follow them. Or if they see that you're liking all their pictures, they might follow you back. So that's how you find followers, through using hashtags. And some examples. So these are some examples of my hashtags that I use to the left. And what I mean by going through and liking people's pictures, on the right, you can see Get Fit Jules went through and liked tons of my pictures. And when you do that to other people, this is what it looks like when they go to see how many pictures that you like. It really stands out. Like, she liked at least 10 of my pictures. And so they'll see that you liked all these pictures at once. So of course they're going to go to your Instagram account and see what you're about. So that's how you get followers, from using hashtags. Okay, and the big question I get is, how do I build relationships on Instagram? So my first way is engaging followers in my posts. So you might ask, what does that mean? That means I ask them questions in my posts. So for example, today I posted what I ate for lunch, and then I ended with the question. I almost always end with a question. For example, I said, what did you have for lunch? Or if I'm working out, I ask, what did you do today for your workout? And I almost always get people answering these questions. So from them answering your questions, and that allows you to build a relationship with them, to say, oh, that sounds delicious, or how did you make that? Or why don't you post a picture of your meal and I'll go see how you made it? Just building more relationships when they're engaging in your posts. And the second main way is take the time to comment on their pictures. Every night before I go to bed, I take at least an hour to literally go through my followers' pages and take the time to like their pages, comment on their pictures, or ask them questions. And now you might ask, what kind of questions? For example, if I see somebody who just finished working out, and most people have the polar watches and they have like a tremendous amount of calories that they burned, I might say, you killed your workout. What did you do to get that awesome calorie burn? Most of the time they answer that. You will get some people who do not answer your questions, and that's okay. Just keep moving on to the next person and just keep it rolling. Or if you see somebody who cooked a delicious meal, you might say, OMG, that looks so good. How did you make that? Now that is a question that most people love to hear. They want to know that you're taking the time to see what they're doing, how they did things. So they absolutely love when you ask questions. So these are some examples of engagement in my posts. This was actually from today. And you can see I said, what did you have for lunch? And I got some people to actually tell me what they had for lunch. I didn't show you my responses, but I actually responded to them, their comments. And then on the right, you can see one of my other followers. She was talking about a Camp Gladiator, and I didn't know what that was. So I asked her the question, and you see she answered back with a very detailed comment, which I love. So that means we're building a relationship now. That's what I mean by building relationships. It may seem very small, but people love when you engage with them. So now they feel comfortable to come talk to you or ask you any questions, or they might even send you a direct message, which I'll talk more about. So the key to direct messages is that please only direct message them if you've built a relationship with them. Do not, if you've never talked to these people, please don't direct message them because they will ignore you. I mean, I ignored people when I didn't know them when I first started out. So I can only imagine if they don't know me, they're not going to respond. So most people even ask me, where's the direct message box? And I have a picture of this little box all the way at the top of the Instagram front page. And that's how you direct message someone. So I use direct message mainly for two purposes. One, I reach out to them to join the challenge group. And my second one, I reach out to them to join my team. And these are two examples of what I use. So the first one on the left is me reaching out to them for a challenge group. So for example, I said, hey love, I know you're on a fitness journey and you're pretty serious about getting healthy. So I wanted to reach out to you to see if you wanted to join my July fitness challenge group. These challenge groups have helped me so much with staying accountable and having support through my journey. I know we'll do the same for you. I hope to hear from you soon. And this person actually responded, and she was actually in my challenge group this month. So they do work. I don't want you to get intimidated if somebody does not respond to you, because that just means they just don't know you yet, or they feel like they haven't built a relationship with you yet. And I just started reaching out to people about joining my team last month. And I must say that had definitely helped me reach my diamond rank, because 8 of my coaches I got last month strictly through direct messaging them. So do not be afraid to reach out to people. So for example, I put, hey love, I know you're on a fitness journey and I love seeing your progress. Have you ever thought about being a coach for accountability and support during your journey? Now, this person did not want to become a coach, but I'll tell you how we transitioned into actually building a more serious relationship. So after they respond through direct messaging, if they say yes, I say, okay, please add me on Facebook so we can chat quicker. So that's why I have my link in my Facebook account. In my Instagram bio. So that means we transfer to Facebook, and I send her the webinar, and then I follow up with her about 3 days, because it's usually a 45-minute webinar. And then from that, she'll ask me any questions, or they'll say, no, I don't want to wait. I want to wait, or yes, sign me up right now. So that's how I transfer from Instagram direct messaging to Facebook. Okay, features now and shout outs. This is my secret to gaining tons of followers. Now, my favorite Instagram weight loss accounts are these top 3. Transformation Fit Nation is actually a free account, so they do not charge for you to get featured on there at all. Great Weight Loss Inspirations, they are free or you can pay to get featured on there, and also weight loss transformations. Now, to get them to notice your page, most of them have a Kick account. So if you don't know what Kick is, it's an application for like instant messaging. So I suggest everybody to download Kick, because that's an awesome way to not only communicate with these weight loss accounts, but if your Instagram followers want to talk to you quicker, Kick is an awesome way to communicate also. When I say paid, for you to pay for a feature, normally they have like an hourly rate. So let's say it could be $10 to get featured for 5 hours, or for a whole day it might be $25. So that's totally up to you. You can tag them in your pictures on Instagram, and if they like your picture, they'll feature you. And if you want to make sure you get a feature on their account, then that's when I suggest you paying for it. And just to give you a little range of how many followers you can get, the last time that I did my feature through Great Weight Loss Inspirations, I got 800 followers in a day. So this really works, but it's just if you want to invest your money on features, or if you don't, that's totally fine. But I know my business comes from Instagram. And a lot of people don't think of shout outs, but shout outs really work also. So for example, here's some examples. So my feature on weight loss transformation, you can see I got around 1,800 likes on this Instagram account. And from that, I would say I got about 400 followers from weight loss transformations, and I actually paid for that feature. An example of a shout out. So I love Fat to Fit Darling. She's absolutely amazing. I was totally surprised when she shouted me out on her page. I mean, I was shocked. And so from her account, I gained about 400 followers also. And this is another way that you can build relationships. So now me and Fat to Fit Darling have an awesome relationship. I'm not pressing for her to try to join as a coach or anything. This is strictly a relationship. We're there to support each other, to inspire each other on our journeys, because we have very similar messages to young women and women on their health and fitness journey. So that's how you can actually build relationships with other accounts. And the last example I have is me doing a shout out to one of my followers. So I shout people out for Woman Crush Wednesdays, for Transformation Tuesdays. Sometimes I do Motivational Mondays for some of my followers. And some of them will feature you back. Like Mommy Weight Loss Journey, she actually featured me on her page last week's. And I wasn't expecting it, but this just goes to show you that if you take the time to feature people on your page, they will, or they might not, but most of the time they do the same for you. And this is another way to build your business through Instagram. So now I'm going to transfer over to Facebook groups. So I know I'm extremely good at Instagram. Facebook, it's not my thing, but I'm starting to learn more about it because I feel like Facebook is more personal. And I had a hard time reaching out to people to begin with, especially people I knew. So I tried to avoid Facebook. But now I'm learning ways to build my growth on Facebook. And one of the ways that I learned that works for me is Facebook groups. So please, please, please join Facebook groups. Think of things that you're interested in. For example, for me, I have a dog. He's a cockapoo. So I joined a cockapoo Facebook group. I'm into fitness, so I joined a whole bunch of fitness Facebook groups. I'm natural, so I joined natural hair groups, and I love makeup. So all my interests I'm in their Facebook groups on Facebook. And if you don't know how to search those, You go to the top of Facebook and there's a search bar. Type in, let's say, cockapoo. And then you'll have all these groups show up. There'll be groups, there'll be posts. So then to filter out only groups, you go to the top and you'll press Facebook groups. Then it'll show all the groups that deal with cockapoos or fitness or hair, and just join them. Be an active member. This means take the time, like on Instagram, to comment on their pictures. Build a relationship with them. Ask them about how long they've been, for example, I'm in Black Women in Fitness, and I noticed that a person had been doing T25. So I asked her, how long have you been doing T25? I just started the program. What do you like about it? Just simple questions that you see on different posts that you want to genuinely know. And also post in the groups. So post your workout, post your lunch, post a picture of your dog like I did. Anything, just be active in the group so people can see that you're actually an active member, so that when you go to post about your challenges, if it's fitness related, they won't just be like, oh, she only wants us to join her group now, but we had never seen her in the group before. So you really want to make people see that you're actually an active member in their group. So, for example, I do free clean eating challenges. Other people do squat challenges, water challenges. You can post about them, but I recommend that you ask the admin for that group for permission. Some people do not want you to advertise anything, and you have to respect that. So when they do that, you generally just be an active member. But some admins allow for you to do free groups. And with that, that's when I say, for example, I did my free clean eating challenge group that started this month. And as you can see, I put, hello, everyone. I know all of us are on our fitness journeys, so I'm hosting a free clean eating challenge group here on Facebook. If you're interested, please leave your email below and add me as a friend on here. And I didn't show you how many comments, how many emails that were left, but it was over 600. And this is because I was active in this group. I was always posting my lunches, like you'll see here. I was posting my lunches, I was posting my progress pictures, and they were always commenting on it. Like as you see, my progress picture, I got over 600 likes. And this is because people want to see what you're doing. As you can see, I did not mention Beachbody at all. I don't want them to just associate Beachbody with me because, like I said before, that turns people off. So when they get to my page, they will see that, so they can choose to either still follow me or not. But initially, I catch their attention just from my progress. And as you can see, I said, add me as a friend on here. So my secret to grow the amount of friends on Facebook is they have to be my participant. They have to be my friend in order to be a participant in the group. So that means even after the group's over, they're still seeing my posts. They're still seeing about my challenge groups. We're still building a relationship. So that's a key way to continue building relationships even after the free challenge groups are done. And I wanted to show you an example of a bad post. So this person just strictly obviously wants more people to try Shakeology, and that's fine. But like I said before, people are attracted to people and not products. So this post got very few likes because people don't know him. People don't really care that you're selling Shakeology if they don't have a relationship with you. You can spit all the statistics you want, but if they don't know you, they're not going to care. So that's my presentation, and I'm open for questions.
Okay. If anyone has any questions, you guys are able to unmute yourself, or you can just type it in the chat box.
That was so awesome, Stevie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been a coach for like a year and a half, and it was still like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Like you taught me something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. We have a question. When you have a chance, can you check my Instagram and give me feedback?
Most definitely.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. You're so sweet.
I had a question earlier and I forgot what it was. I was trying to take notes. I think it was about hashtag.
So I answered most people's questions because I see nobody has questions. If you guys have questions afterwards, you can feel free to message me on Facebook too.
Okay. Are there any questions?
If not, we can stop the recording.
Yeah, if not, we're going to stop the recording.
Okay.
Okay.